ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to talk about the Ropa DLC. First off, let's deal with some rumors. First thing I heard from somebody that heard it from Discord, that heard it from his uncle's aunt's cousin's sister, is that this is basically happening because Homer is no longer licensing their products to Farm Sim and or Giants, and Ropa is, so they're replacing Homer with Ropa. I personally don't really think that that's the case. Maybe it is, though, but that's just a rumor that's out there. Somebody put that out and said they heard that on Giants Discord channel, but whatever, who knows. So one of the complaints that's we're going to face right away is that we already have this equipment. And to be honest with you, from my standpoint, the way that the economy works in the farm simulator now, with the every truckload diminishes how much you get for your product, doing mass products like potatoes, sugarcane, and sweet beets or sugar beets kind of is worthless, because by the third truckload, you're making so little money that it wasn't worth growing the crop. You're better off growing, like, using your field space for wheat or canola or, you know, soybean or sunflower, something where you get less yield and can deliver the entire field worth of crop in a single load. Now, back in Farm Sim 15, where the economy didn't go up and down much, and it wasn't based on how much you delivered, yeah, you know, you could make some serious money on sugar beets because you got so many of them out of the field. But now in this version of the game, it just isn't worth it. So to be honest with you, I've never even used the Homer stuff in the year and a half or whatever that I've been playing Farm Sim 17, year and a quarter. I have never used any of the Homer equipment because I just don't do sugar beets. It's too much work for too little return. So now we're adding another line of tractors, or, you know, equipment, not tractors, but harvesters, that kind of stuff, to a product that we never, I know some of you might love sugar beets, I don't know, but to me this is kind of a pariah. Like, there's no reason for me to buy this unless I'm really, if you're a player that really likes sugar beets and wants to have different equipment, and, you know, then this is great, awesome, cool. If you're a huge Ropa fan, awesome. If not, I don't really see, aside from the one equipment that we'll talk about in a bit, I don't really see a massive value for this. This does nothing for me. So anyway, that's my 2 cents so far on the DLC. I do want to say this. Obviously, these equipments, people were saying, well, they're just reskinned Homer equipment. That's not true. The models are different. Some of the equipment's kind of the same, but even just looking from here, you can see the header is totally different. The layout of the conveyors on these two units, they're different. Even the leather flaps and stuff down here, like this stuff, like the flap to keep mud out and stuff, this is different than the flaps on this. They're different. So it is a new model. It's not just a rehashed model that's, you know, the back is different, the motor is different, the shape on the back is different. They're not identical. And so they do have, you are getting new models with this thing. And to be honest with you, this is the cheapest DLC to come out since, well, since anything for Farm Sim 17. All of the Farm Sim 17 DLCs have been $14.99. This one is $7.99. So they know that they're not, like, hitting the audience with this stuff. They know already that, hey, we're gonna have a hard time selling this, you know, and so let's just give it a good price. You know, so maybe that does make sense. Maybe they really are losing their license with Homer and just adding Ropa in so that for 2019 they have the Ropa brand already in the game. I don't know. To me, that doesn't make sense, but here we have the picker-uppers, the Terrafellas, and the, is this also a mouse? Yeah, this is a mouse 5. Once again, the purpose of these devices, and we can unfold one of these here. We'll unfold the Ropa since that's what we're looking at. Now, once again, unfortunately, because I got Pure Farming running yesterday, Pure Farming always munches my controls for Farm Simulator because I have to disconnect everything in order to get Pure Farming to work. And so then I have to go back and reset all of my controls for Farm Sim. It's really frustrating, and I'm super frustrated right now that I'm going to have to go through and reset all of my controls again for Farm Sim. It just ticks me off to no end, but what are you going to do? That's just how it is. So I have to... This is going to take me longer than normal because I have to remember what keys do what. I don't normally do this. I usually use a controller. There we go. We're unfolding this. And the back end should unfold also. Once again, now these units are a lot more similar, but they're still not identical. Now I know you can move this stuff around. So you don't have to just leave this here. This does, and see now my joystick still works. It's funny, but my steering wheel won't work. So you can move this around. You can raise and lower the output as you load it into a trailer. So you have some control. Same thing with the our trellis or fellis or whatever it's called over there. So what you do is, with your sugar beet harvester, you dump your sugar beets along the side of the field for later pickup, and then you come along here with this guy and pick them up from the side. There's also a scooper on the front. I'm not sure how to access the controls for that. Let me see if I can find them. So let's go ahead and let's see, V. We're gonna lower it. Yes, you can lower. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I have to have it lowered to do it. There we go. So now the arm is working. You can move it back and forth. You can extend it somehow. There's the extension button. Okay. And so you can scoop stuff in, and then you can detend it. You call it unextend it, retract it, and suck sugar beets in here and suck them up, and they go up through the machine, out the conveyor belt, into a trailer. It's pretty cool. I mean, once again, it's cool equipment, but I just don't do sugar beets. These only do sugar beets, by the way. You can't do potatoes with these. So let's just look at the Terrafellis and see what it looks like unfolded, so we can compare the two. Once again, this has the exact same setup. I think that's probably not going to be far enough forward. Need to turn it this way. There we go. And really almost identical. I mean, they look almost the same. They are slightly different. Once again, I mean, they're not identical. Look at the blades are different. They're different. They're made by two different manufacturers to do the same thing. So this one doesn't look like, maybe this cockpit goes up and down, but it didn't. Well, maybe I haven't waited long enough. I need to wait. Turn on loading vehicle, unload. Yeah. So this one, the cabin stays lower. This one doesn't raise up like this guy does. See how the cabin's up there, and this one's down here. Anyway, so these are used for picking up sugar beets from the side of the field. The next thing up is going to be this is a potato harvester. So we did get one potato thing. We have a large Ropa potato harvester. It's a 2-row harvester, almost identical to the Grimm. And I didn't buy a Grimm, so we'll take a look at the Grimm. I don't think the Grimm one's quite as big. And I know this one has a slightly larger, the Ropa one has a slightly larger capacity. Yeah, this is a lot smaller. You can just physically see this is, it's still big though. But the Ropa one's a little bit larger, a little bit heavier. But not much difference there. It holds just a tiny bit more. Oh, there's the header trailer too, for our Ropa sugar beet harvester. This is kind of the star of the show, all right? So we're going to spend a little time looking at this. This is pretty much the same thing as the other mouse, but this one is loaded with augers on the front, or Archimedes screw, whatever you want to call it. And it's designed to pick up multiple different materials. You can see the front is very different looking, and we'll unfold this here. But you can see the front is very different looking than it is on the other mouse, whatever German, ja, der Maus, Ropa mouse. This guy's designed to pick up all kinds of materials, and that's kind of cool. You can use this to empty out your silage bins. And let's take a look here in the store at the Ropa. So the Nawaro. Looks like it's two words because it's capitalized at the R. Nawaro. This can pick up piles of wheat, barley, canola, sunflower seeds, soybeans, corn, fertilizer, and seed. Seed and fertilizer. Sorry, I said those backwards. Like TMR, chaff, wood chips, and silage. So we have all of these cool things going on that we can pick up with this thing. So this basically takes our Mouse 5 and makes it compatible with most of the crops in the game. I could see, when I don't know if you guys remember when Evelyn and I were playing on American Outback Farm, we were using loading wagons to collect all the straw and hay, and then we were just piling it in a field in long rows. This thing would be perfect to get it back into a trailer. We were going to have to load it with a bucket loader, but this would actually work great for that. I can see that. Unfortunately, it's $400,000. I think, right? Let's take a look in the store again. I think it's fairly expensive. Yeah, well, $328,000. So it's a lot. It's a big investment. Big investment. That's a lot of money. So is that going to be worth, you know? But yeah, if you have a huge farm and you're operating and you're not using balers, you're just using collecting wagons and storing the product on the ground. This is a good way to handle that stuff. So this might make the DLC worth it in my mind. This is the only thing that has any redeeming value for me. And I apologize. Usually I'm very positive about Giants DLCs, but to me I feel like this one is just like, it's not a subject that I'm interested in. I can see this pack appealing to people that are that like to do sugar beets, and they're kind of tired of using the same Homer equipment for everything. So now they got another option, kind of cooler looking, sort of. Though they're all cool looking, but and then you have this, you know. But for me, at least the price is low. That's like the good thing. So there's two good things about this DLC. One, the price is half of what the other DLCs were. The second thing is that you have this unit that can pick up pretty much anything from the ground using the augers, and I think that is, you know, fairly beneficial to you know, that will be beneficial to us in the future playing this game. But you got to decide for yourself, is it really worth it? Hope you guys enjoyed this first look at the Ropa DLC and sort of quick review. But it is cool stuff. Like I said, I just don't see it, you know, a lot of people jumping on this one. So anyway, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and we'll see you next time on Farm Sim 17.